Baba Vanga was a blind Bulgarian mystic known for her astonishingly accurate prophecies regarding world events such as wars and natural disasters. She intriguingly referenced August 2025 as a critical point, an ominous month destined for global upheaval and profound awakening. Experts and followers alike now speculate this date marks a turning point for humanity. In this video, we delve into her forewarnings, their possible meanings, and why August 2025 might be a threshold for transformation amid rising worldwide tension and challenges. Who was Baba Vanga really speaking to? Baba Vanga, born Vangelia Pandeva Dimitrova in 1911 in Bulgaria, became one of history's most renowned mystics after losing her sight in childhood. Her uncanny ability to predict major world events, including the dissolution of the Soviet Union and various natural disasters, earned her international recognition. Despite skepticism from scientists, her track record of accurate predictions spanning decades cannot be easily dismissed. What many researchers overlook is her specific reference to August 2025 as a pivotal moment in human history. Bulgarian historian Dr. Maria Petrova from Sofia University argues that Vanga's prophecies were deliberately crafted for future generations who would face unprecedented challenges. Her cryptic warnings about this specific month suggest she foresaw a critical juncture, where hidden forces would intensify global pressures, marking the beginning of a new epoch in human consciousness. Unlike her other predictions that focused on specific events, her August 2025 references point to a systemic transformation affecting all aspects of human civilization, from spiritual awakening to societal collapse. The Great Separation begins. According to Baba Vanga's prophecies, August 2025 marks the beginning of what she called the Great Separation, a fundamental division of humanity into two divergent paths. One path leads toward escalating chaos, conflict, and spiritual darkness, while the other moves toward enlightenment, awakening, and conscious evolution. Sociologist Dr. Alexander Ivanov from the Bulgarian Academy of Sciences observes that mounting global polarization in recent years mirrors this prophetic duality perfectly. The mystic described a silent shadow spreading across the earth, an invisible force that deepens ideological, ecological, and spiritual divisions within societies. This shadow represents suppressed awareness and hidden control systems operating beneath public consciousness, manipulating events toward greater fragmentation. The separation intensifies existing fractures between nations, communities, and even families, forcing individuals to choose between remaining unconscious participants in destructive systems or awakening to higher consciousness. Vanga warned that this division would accelerate rapidly after August 2025, creating unprecedented challenges but also opportunities for spiritual growth and collective transformation toward a more harmonious existence. Geopolitical mirror nations and betrayals. Political analyst from the Institute of International Relations notes that Baba Vanga forewarned of a world where nations appear as allies while harboring deep-seated deceit and betrayal. Her prophecies describe mirror nations, countries that reflect each other's apparent strengths while concealing fundamental vulnerabilities and hostile intentions. Around August 2025, these hidden dynamics intensify with clandestine reshuffling of global alliances occurring behind diplomatic facades. Economic partnerships, military agreements, and cultural exchanges become covers for sophisticated espionage, strategic positioning, and systematic subversion of supposed allies. Traditional power blocks fracture as new coalitions emerge, often formed through secret negotiations that contradict public statements. International observers increasingly document diplomatic duplicity and surreptitious power plays that confirm Vanga's warnings about an era of unprecedented betrayal. The restructuring of global alliances creates instability and uncertainty as nations struggle to navigate a world where traditional trust mechanisms no longer function effectively. This geopolitical chaos contributes to the broader separation Vanga predicted, forcing countries and citizens to choose between participating in deceptive systems or seeking more authentic forms of cooperation and governance. Cosmic signs and infrastructure collapse. Baba Vanga's visions included dramatic descriptions of the sky itself, transforming as cosmic forces align, portending massive environmental and technological upheaval. Astronomer Dr. Elena Petrova confirms unusual planetary alignments and electromagnetic anomalies intensifying around this time frame. These cosmic events potentially trigger cascading failures in global infrastructure, from power grids to communication networks. The mystic specifically mentioned the sky changing its shape above northern lands, which many interpret as visible auroral displays caused by increased solar activity and magnetic field disturbances. Critical systems that modern civilization depends upon, including GPS navigation, internet connectivity, and electrical distribution, become increasingly vulnerable to electromagnetic disruptions from space. Infrastructure degradation accelerates as aging networks fail under both cosmic pressures and inadequate maintenance, creating perfect conditions for the societal collapse Vanga predicted. The combination of cosmic influences and human negligence creates a feedback loop where natural phenomena expose the fragility of artificial systems, forcing humanity to confront its overdependence on technology and rediscover more sustainable ways of living in harmony with natural cycles. The fall of artificial control systems. One of Vanga's most unsettling prophecies concerns what she called the glass brain, a metaphor for pervasive AI and digital surveillance systems that increasingly control human behavior and decision-making. Cybersecurity expert Dr. Ivana Kostova from the Technical University of Sofia warns that vulnerabilities in these interconnected systems could lead to catastrophic failures around August 2025. The mystic predicted that an unexpected glitch, revelation, or coordinated attack would fracture this technological control matrix, suddenly awakening substantial portions of humanity to hidden truths about manipulation and surveillance. This collapse catalyzes widespread disruptions in what Vanga called societal programming, the subtle but pervasive conditioning that keeps people passive and compliant. As artificial control systems fail, autonomous resistance movements emerge, leading to new forms of social organization based on human consciousness rather than algorithmic manipulation. The fall of the glass brain represents both a technological crisis and a spiritual liberation, freeing human potential that has been suppressed by invasive digital systems designed to predict, influence, and control behavior for corporate and political purposes. Waters rising and institutional collapse. Vanga's prophecies anticipate catastrophic flooding that serves as both literal natural disaster and symbolic representation of institutional collapse. Climate scientist Dr. Petar Stoyanov from the National Institute of Meteorology documents accelerating sea level rise and increasingly severe storm patterns that particularly threaten coastal regions worldwide. Beyond physical destruction, these water-related disasters trigger the metaphorical collapse of established social, economic, and political institutions that prove inadequate for addressing cascading crises. Financial systems, government agencies, and corporate structures deteriorate under overwhelming strain, provoking widespread reflection and mourning for what previous generations failed to understand or protect. The rising waters represent both literal climate change impacts and symbolic cleansing of corrupt systems that have damaged both human communities and natural ecosystems. Communities face existential choices between clinging to failing institutions or embracing radical transformation towards sustainable, regenerative ways of life. This period of mourning and reflection becomes a catalyst for rebuilding human civilization on more authentic foundations that honor both human potential and ecological wisdom, setting the stage for the spiritual renaissance Vanga also predicted would emerge from the chaos. Ancient wisdom returns. Spiritually, Baba Vanga foresaw a remarkable renaissance of ancient wisdom traditions, emerging globally as modern institutions fail. Archaeologist Dr. Mihaela Dimitrova from the National Archaeological Institute documents increasing rediscovery of lost traditions, healing practices, and communal rituals that reconnect people with deeper sources of meaning and guidance. This spiritual awakening represents what Vanga called the veil thinning, diminishing barriers between material and metaphysical realms that allow greater access to intuitive knowledge and collective wisdom. Traditional practices involving herbalism, energy healing, meditation, and sacred ceremony gain prominence as people seek alternatives to failed scientific materialism and institutional religion. Indigenous wisdom keepers and traditional healers find themselves increasingly consulted as communities recognize the limitations of purely technological approaches to human problems. The return of ancient wisdom doesn't represent regression but rather integration of timeless insights with contemporary understanding, creating new forms of spirituality that bridge mystical experience with practical problem-solving. This spiritual surge erodes previous dogmatic divisions, fostering interconnectedness and holistic approaches that could guide humanity through the transformation period Vanga predicted would follow the initial chaos and collapse. The silence of the Western Empire. Despite maintaining appearances of global leadership, Vanga predicted that Western civilization would retreat into profound silence around August 2025, masking internal uncertainty and identity crisis. Political scientist Dr. Boris Petkov from the European Institute describes observable patterns of reluctant withdrawal from traditional leadership roles, with increasing hesitation and uncertainty among decision-makers. The great empire appears increasingly entangled in self-doubt and confusion about fundamental values and purposes, setting conditions for either transformative renewal or accelerated disintegration. This silence doesn't indicate strength, but rather recognition that traditional approaches to power and influence no longer function effectively in a rapidly changing world. Western leaders speak with decreased conviction and authority, reflecting deeper cultural uncertainty about the sustainability and morality of historical approaches to global dominance. The retreat into silence creates power vacuums that other nations and movements attempt to fill, contributing to the geopolitical restructuring Vanga predicted. This period of introspection could lead either to genuine renewal based on more authentic values, or to continued decline as Western civilization struggles to adapt to changing global realities and emerging consciousness among its own populations. Mass soul migration and false saviors. Baba Vanga warned of a massive soul migration, both literal population movements and metaphysical shifts away from materialistic, technology-dependent lifestyles towards simplicity and spiritual authenticity. Philosopher Dr. Ivan Sanev from Plovdiv University associates this trend with growing rejection of hyper-connected digital culture and embrace of minimalist living aligned with natural rhythms. This migration represents people awakening from what Vanga called digital dopamine loops that keep consciousness trapped in artificial stimulation cycles. However, the mystic also cautioned about silver-tongued false saviors who would emerge during chaos to exploit spiritual hunger through sophisticated manipulation and false promises. These charismatic figures present themselves as enlightened leaders while actually serving destructive agendas that perpetuate control and division. The warning emphasizes the importance of developing discernment and collective vigilance during turbulent periods when people become vulnerable to psychological manipulation disguised as spiritual guidance. Communities preparing for this predicted migration focus on building authentic spiritual practices and resistance to false authority, fostering genuine wisdom rather than dependency on external saviors who promise easy solutions to complex challenges requiring sustained inner work and conscious evolution. Children of the New World. Perhaps most hopefully, Vanga's prophecies celebrate the emergence of a transformational generation. Children born from mid-2025 onward, who embody entirely different consciousness compared to previous generations. Developmental psychologist Dr. Elena Dimitrova from the Institute of Psychology reports early evidence of enhanced empathy, intuitive capabilities, and ecological awareness among recent births that suggest evolutionary shifts beyond inherited trauma and conditioning. These children of the New World represent hope for humanity's future, carrying innate wisdom and resilience needed to navigate post-transformation challenges. Educational systems worldwide begin adapting to nurture these emerging capacities through programs integrating ecological literacy, emotional intelligence, and spiritual development alongside traditional academic subjects. As old institutions collapse, new social frameworks emerge designed around cooperation, sustainability, and planetary stewardship, rather than competition and exploitation. These children naturally understand interconnectedness and holistic thinking that previous generations struggled to achieve through conscious effort and spiritual practice. Vanga's prophecy suggests that amidst all the predicted upheaval and separation, life itself responds by birthing new forms of human consciousness capable of creating civilization based on wisdom, compassion, and harmony with natural systems. As August 2025 approaches, Baba Vanga's ominous prophecies remind us of potential divisions and transformations facing humanity and nature itself. Whether her warnings herald collapse, spiritual renaissance, or both remains to be seen. Her messages challenge us to prepare consciously for unprecedented changes, while maintaining hope for positive transformation. What do you believe awaits humanity in this pivotal year? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to Psi and Y for fearless explorations of ancient wisdom and future mysteries. Until next time, stay aware and embrace conscious evolution.